Okay, I want to try out a few new things tonight. You can see there's a glare. Okay, that might be better. Okay. Gonna move some things around a little bit. Better. That's much better. Okay. Something that I've been working on is a Rommel's rod record. Like I see, it isn't turning very good. That might be better. There we are, a little bit more balanced. Okay. Been working on this Rommel's rod for 3 days now. And I'm starting to make the headache rack. And then I got to make the boom next. This one's coming along really good. This one, the thought behind that came from Models with Glenn. And he came up with that idea because he likes wreckers. I do too. Got another one right here. Built that one years ago. And then I've got a big semi-wrecker. I'd like to get into building that one too, but first things first. The coloring on this was very, very pretty. My wife Tammy, she picked that one out. And I decided to go with a backdrop tonight. And the reason why is because the camera couldn't stay in focus if the range was too far behind it. So I'm going to try that out. I painted the Grand Illusion, I like to say, 2 or 3 years ago. And I put screws in it, and then I displayed all my Damascus Bowie knives and Damascus swords and stuff I had on there. So I took it down from the wall and repurposed it. And I think it worked out pretty good. The thought behind that is the Grand Illusion is models. That's really what you're trying to do, is you're trying to make an illusion. Take a piece of plastic and make it represent or make it look like something that it wasn't to begin with. Okay, this one here. Is my Munster's coach. And the Munster's coach, since they reissued it, you don't have to make it just like the box art or the real car like Barris did. I figured what I could do is turn it into something that was a little. There we go, the fenders. There's multi shades. This is like a tan color showing through, but it's not coming through on the camera. Here we go, show the other side. Can you get a little bit closer to the camera? Figure a good speed to turn it. some flocking on the interior. Yeah, the backdrop turns out pretty good to make the camera focus in closer, faster, instead of across the room. I think that worked out much, much better. There we go. That's a pretty good view of that one. Suppose I should have dusted it a little bit better. Maybe waxed it up. This is one that I did about 2 weeks ago. I didn't do anything with the engine. There we go. .427 camera motor. That was outlawed drag racing back in the, was it in the late 60s? About the year I was born, maybe 68. It was just all sorts of crazy fast. But I thought that was the idea. This one, when I sprayed the maroon, try to get it in the focus better. There we go. It's not centered there. Okay. When I was working on this model and I painted it that maroon, it crazed the plastic and it looked horrible. But I went ahead and decaled it and got it ready. I figured my clear coat would smooth it out, and it did. It smoothed it out just fine. It just seems like these newer models. This one here was by Model King, I believe, a reissue. It just seems like this newer styrene crazes pretty easy with these paints that are on the market, the spray paints. Yeah, I like the wheels and tire combination on that. That looks really, really sharp. I was pretty happy to build that one. It was very basic. There wasn't anything real heavy duty about that one. Yeah, that's a pretty good model. I don't like how far back the front axle is on it. It was a surprise when I got the body on it. And then I've seen other ones online, and I've seen that they're all like that. So it's not something that I did wrong. I did make the engine too far back because it doesn't tell you anything in the instructions. It lets that be a big surprise. So the instructions are a little vague in that area. The drive shaft tabs have kind of long tangs on them, and you could put it anywhere in there if you slide it more there or more forward. I couldn't tell really where to do it. So once the glue was good and dry, that's where it ended up. Let's see if I can show you. Other than that, I think the kit was pretty nice. Yeah, that drive shaft has real long tabs on it, so you can pretty much adjust it. I couldn't figure out where they wanted you to. Let's see if I can get. So the only place to glue it down was the outside of the headers, the collectors at the very bottom. I glued them to the frame right there. That was its motor mount. I thought that was a little odd. But again, the instructions don't really tell you too much about that. Yeah, that was a pretty nice looking build. I didn't have to buff it, didn't have to do anything. I just shot it with a clear. It was good. It was good enough. But boy, it was crazed. Something terrible. Very rough. And I thought, well, if I clear it and have to end up color sanding and buffing it out, then that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. There's another one I'm working on. And that's a 53. I just got started getting the bare metal foil on it today. It has so much candy on it, and so much pearl white and candy, and then tons of clear, that it made my chrome strips wider than they were supposed to be. But I think all in all, I think it'll. Let's see, the other side I don't have done yet. Got it started. But that lighter purple, I unmasked it, and then I did 3 more coats. So the purple on that over the pearl white there on those sides on the rear fenders, those have a really nice pinkish purple look to them. And but most of it's covered over with the chrome. This one had some major issues with the paint running. As I was spraying, it would go, and each time it did that, it ran. There's Zoe. She wants to come and say hi. There's Zoe. She wants to see what's going on. Hey, what's all this going on? Aw. Little camera guy, maybe? Guess not. Okay. There we go. She's not going to stay down. Okay. Well, I'm about at the end of this anyway. I just wanted to see how the backdrop and everything was going to work. I may not have it right yet. Just see, looks like it might be too high. No, don't do that. All right. Well, have a good night, and see you next time.